the mind behind the game, the quiet genius of Nikola Jokić. But before starting the video, leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything about the world of the NBA. Nikola Jokić doesn't look like the type of player who would redefine the center position in the NBA. Without the imposing physique of a Shaquille O'Neal or the explosive athleticism of a peak Dwight Howard, the Serbian big man entered the league in 2015 as a second-round pick, barely noticed by fans or analysts. But what the world would come to realize in the years that followed is that beneath his unassuming frame lies an extraordinary mind, one that understands basketball in ways few, if any, big men ever have. What makes Jokić the smartest center in NBA history isn't just his passing ability, although that alone would put him in elite company. It's his complete control over time and space on the court. He seems to see the game in slow motion. While others rush, jump, and strain, Jokić strolls, observes, and executes. It's like he's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. He doesn't need brute force, he's always 2 or 3 moves ahead. Jokic's brilliance begins with his game IQ. He reads defenses before they react. He knows where his teammates will be even without looking at them. His passes, often thrown behind the back, over the head, or no look, appear magical. But there's no magic involved. They're the result of advanced tactical thinking, rare spatial awareness, and instinct sharpened over years of study and repetition. In any given possession, you'll often see Jokić grab a defensive rebound, calmly bring the ball up the floor, and, in the blink of an eye, sling a perfect full-court pass to a cutting Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr. He turns routine plays into highlight assists. Not because he's flashy, but because it's the right pass. The pass that dismantles the defense. The one that wins games. He's also a master of the pick-and-roll and handoff actions, staple plays that demand split-second decision-making. But unlike most centers who simply screen and roll, Jokić often takes control of the entire sequence. He reads the defense, fakes a pass or sets a trap, and then delivers a pinpoint dime. His basketball IQ is so high that he essentially functions as a point guard trapped in a big man's body. That's why he's often called a point center, a hybrid of point guard and center. Something once thought impossible in the NBA. Before Jokić, few imagined a center could consistently lead their team in assists. With him, it's expected. Even more remarkable is how composed he stays under pressure. In clutch moments, when the clock is winding down and defenders are swarming, Jokić never panics. He takes a breath, surveys the floor, and picks the best option with almost surgical calmness. That poise doesn't come from raw talent alone. It's rooted in emotional intelligence and a deep trust in his understanding of the game. His genius also extends to the defensive side. While he's not known for rim protection or athletic blocks, Jokić compensates with elite positioning and anticipation. He knows how to rotate, cut off passing lanes, and force tough shots. It's the kind of defense that doesn't show up in highlight reels but makes a massive impact on team success. All of this makes Jokić much more than a gifted player. He's a moving brain on the court, an architect of team basketball. And his intelligence goes far beyond stats. It lies in the subtle ways he makes everyone around him better. For the Denver Nuggets, it's been the key to their first ever championship. And for basketball, it's the dawn of a new era led by one of the smartest players the game has ever seen. The evolution of the center. How Jokić redefined an entire position. To fully appreciate Nikola Jokic's intelligence, we need to understand what he did to the very role of the center in basketball. For decades, the center was seen primarily as a force of physical dominance. Someone who camped in the paint, blocked shots, grabbed rebounds, and scored near the rim. From Wilt Chamberlain to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, from Hakeem Olajuwon to Shaq, the traditional center was a powerhouse, often the tallest and strongest player on the floor. But Jokić took that blueprint, tore it up, and created something entirely new. In today's NBA, versatility is everything. And Jokić is the embodiment of that evolution. He's not just versatile, he's transformational. He has turned the center position into something far more dynamic and cerebral. It's no longer just about physicality. Now it's about orchestration. On offense, Jokić often starts plays from the top of the key or even beyond the three-point line, areas once reserved for guards. From there, he dictates the flow of the offense like a conductor leading a symphony. The ball runs through him. Every cut, screen, and movement becomes more dangerous because Jokić might find the perfect angle, the perfect window, the perfect timing. And unlike many pass-first players, Jokić isn't sacrificing scoring to create for others. He can drop 30 points effortlessly if the situation calls for it. That balance is another mark of his genius. He knows when to score and when to facilitate, and he rarely makes the wrong choice. His basketball mind is so sharp that even some of the league's best defenders struggle to disrupt his rhythm. Try to double-team him and he'll pass before you even commit. Stay on him one-on-one, and he'll back you down with a soft touch shot. Cut off the passing lanes? He'll use a bounce pass or a high arc lob to deliver the assist anyway. You're playing a losing game of anticipation against a player who already knows what you'll do before you do it. And then there's the pace, or better yet, his pace. Jokić plays the game on his own terms. He slows it down, speeds it up, or pauses just long enough to make defenders hesitate. In a league that often rewards explosiveness and speed, Jokić proves that timing and rhythm can be even more devastating. This isn't something you can teach easily. It comes from feel, from instinct, from living and breathing the game at a different frequency. His high-level decision-making also extends beyond the hardwood. Jokic's approach to the game is refreshingly unselfish and grounded. He doesn't crave spotlight. He doesn't build a personal brand or chase highlight reels. He simply wants to play the right way and win. That humility, combined with intelligence, makes him the ultimate teammate. Players around him flourish. Role players become reliable contributors. Stars shine even brighter. Because Jokić empowers everyone around him with his style of play. And the results speak for themselves. Under Jokic's leadership, the Denver Nuggets became champions, not because they overwhelmed teams with physical dominance, but because they outthought them. Jokić turned the Nuggets' offense into a fluid, unpredictable system where any player could score on any possession. Defenders were left chasing ghosts, unsure whether to guard the shot, the pass, or the fake. That kind of offensive clarity, driven by one man's mind, is nearly impossible to counter. Beyond his tangible skills, Jokić has altered how young big men now train. Coaches around the world are pointing to him as the new model. Centers need to pass, handle the ball, think the game. His influence will ripple through the next generation, just as Magic Johnson inspired tall guards and Steph Curry inspired long-range shooters. Now it's Jokić inspiring the thinking big man. So why is Nikola Jokić the smartest center in NBA history? Because he didn't just dominate the game, he redefined it. He turned the center position into a creative hub, a strategic weapon, a chess piece that can control the board. And he did it all with a calm demeanor, a deep understanding of his teammates, and an unmatched ability to see the entire court like a grandmaster sees the game. Jokić may not scream or soar, but his mind shouts brilliance on every possession. In a league filled with athletes, he's the mastermind, the one who plays not just with skill but with thought. And that's what makes him, without a doubt, the most intelligent big man the NBA has ever seen.